Hi, I'm Haja Dalwal. I'm a product marketing manager for Windows Commercial. In this series, the Windows IT Pro Stories, you'll hear from IT professionals on their thoughts and learnings of Windows 11. With that said, here's Simon Binder with his thoughts.
Hi, my name is Simon and I work as a digital workplace architect at Telia Cygate. I'm also a enterprise mobility MVP and very happy to be here.
Okay, good to see you here, Simon. Welcome. So let's get started with Windows 11. All right. What are your first impressions, your thoughts?
I think it's a fantastic operating system. You can clearly see that it's built during the pandemic so that it really creates a better experience, and both from a management point of view as well as from a user point of view when you deploy it. So I think it's a fantastic way of getting one step closer to an actual great hybrid work life. And it's something that I'm really excited about going out to my customers and talk about.
Okay, so speaking of customers, what are they asking you about Windows 11, and how are you helping them with those questions?
Yeah, so the first question I often get, especially from managers and stakeholders, is, okay, we deployed Windows 10 not too long ago. Why should we deploy Windows 11? What will it benefit us, and how much will it cost us? And what I tell them is that, yeah, but if you've done a really good Windows 10 deployment, upgrading to Windows 11 will just be good things for you and your users. And if you feel that your Windows 10 migration could have composed of something more than just upgrading the operating system, you might want to go to modern management, you want to increase security, well, now you have another great opportunity to do that. And the upgrade process will be much smoother. In terms of IT pros, it's mostly about what do I get from this? How will this improve my daily job, really? And what I tell them there is, yeah, now this operating system is built for the tooling you use, and it's built for you to really get these new features out to your users as quickly.
So as far as the IT pros are concerned, because they're the front line, to embrace it, to use it, and then to support it. What are the things inside or features inside of Windows 11 do you suggest and recommend that works well for them, or should work well for them?
So I think it's different depending on who you speak about. So for IT pros and stakeholders, I would say that the higher security out of the box is my core feature that I talk a lot about. So both that the hardware requirements are now on par with what I expect an organization to have today. But also that more features are enabled by default, especially credential guard and LSA protection. And then you have the snap layout and snap groups that really resonates well with what you just mentioned, frontline workers, call center personnel, things like that can get up and running much more quickly when they change machine and things like that.
That's a good point there. I think it's autopilot is starting to pick up, and those that are starting to use it are finding a lot of value in it. How are you helping your customers in terms of managing Windows 11, the tools, and keeping them secured and things like that? What do you recommend for all of that stuff?
Well, I'm an enterprise mobility MVP and I work primarily with Microsoft Intune. So of course, that's my preferred option to use Microsoft Endpoint Manager for that. And then it depends on the organization where they are. I'm a big fan of co-management as well. A lot of my customers are still using Configuration Manager. I would say everyone is using that in co-management, but that is definitely my preferred choice because it integrates so well and it makes it so easy to really move to a place where you actually deploy the security features and so on, and also some of the other features that are part of the operating system, of course.
So a couple of questions real quick. Do you have any tips and tricks for IT pros that you'd like to share?
Yeah, so I would say that first and foremost, enable the features that you now have available. Second, patch faster, because when you move from Windows 10 to Windows 11, you get so much great stuff in terms of patch management, both from a user point of view, but also from an administrator point of view. So do not look at the Windows 10 or Windows 7 to Windows 11 migration as just an operating system upgrade. It's also an opportunity again to do things in a new modern way. And faster patch cadences is the best investment you can make in security.
Interesting, very interesting. And finally, why would you recommend Windows 11 to IT pros and enterprises?
Because it is an operating system that, again, is built for hybrid work. It will appeal as much to all of your users, regardless if they are knowledge workers, frontline workers, or anything else, as well as the IT pros. So as I see it, this is the next step where you really take your entire digital workplace and make it into something your users will love.
Happy users, happy implementations,
exactly.
Happy, everyone's happy, right? As they say. I like it. You know where I was going to go with that. But, so, and anyway, Simon, it's been wonderful. I really enjoyed hearing your thoughts and your honest opinions about Windows 11 and the whys and the hows and things like that. So, and I also love your green screen. I got to get one for myself as well.
Thank you very much.
So, yeah, thank you for being here, and thank you everyone for watching.